Lincoln Financial Field, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. It's the Browns and the Eagles. And welcome into another NFL broadcast here at Jammin' Sports. We're in the city of brotherly love. Evil Dead's in the house. He set the line. He likes the Eagles -5. Both these teams come in at 5-6. Both these teams need to win to keep pace in their respective playoff pictures. Philadelphia will have it first, fielded by Caldwell at the 8-yard line over the 15, 20, 25, out to the 29-yard line. Matthew Caldwell on the return in his 13th year out of Ohio State. Starting quarterback for the Eagles, Caden Powell, in his second year out of Kentucky. When you take a look at the standings right now in the NFC East, Dallas at 7-5, the Giants at 6-6, Carolina and Philadelphia are both 5-6. So with 5 games to go, counting this one for the Eagles, a chance to get back in the playoff picture. We'll go over the Browns in a second. On 1st and 10 from the 29. Powell under center. Powell fakes the handoff on first down. Looks downfield, throws, and it's incomplete. Or was it? It was caught. Joe Horn caught it. I thought he was out of bounds. A 20-yard gain down to the 49-yard line. How did he get both feet in? Somehow, they'll probably review that. If I'm Cleveland, I'm reviewing that. There we go. I don't think he got in. Let's watch this replay. I called it incomplete. It looked like he was out of bounds. Yep, that toe's on the line. Incomplete. The Browns will win that challenge. See what the officials say. It's overturned. No catch. It'll be 2nd and 10 back at the 29-yard line. When we look at the Browns, the AFC Central looks like this. Cincinnati 8-3, Pittsburgh 7-4, Indianapolis at 6-6, and the Browns at 5-6. So you can see where both these teams need to win today. On 2nd and 10, Powell throws to the near side, caught by Whitney, down to the 41-yard line, a gain of 12, and a Philadelphia first down. A.J. Whitney in his 5th year out of Nebraska. First down, Eagles. Wanted to let everybody know I did do a hockey game last night. Colorado defeated Detroit 2-1. It's in the video section. Not many showed up for that one. 1st and 10 from the 41. Powell to Elliott. And Robert Elliott out to the 47-yard line. A gain of 6. It'll bring up 2nd and 4. On the tackle, Marcus Sparks, the linebacker. Jimmy Jam with Evil Dead. Misty's in the house. Say hi, Misty. Misty just got back from the store.
Oh, guess what I bought today?
What'd you buy today?
I bought an Instant
Instapot.
Pot.
Powell on 2nd down. Incomplete. Let's take a look at the Philadelphia offense. Up front, Chance, Ashmore, White, Williams, and Glessner. And then it's Horn, Andrews, Elliott, Crane, and Whitney. And that'll bring up 3rd and 4 for the Eagles at their own 47-yard line. Opening drive of the ball game. 3 receivers to the near side. Powell in the gun. Powell draws back. Throws down the middle. Caught by Crane, the tight end, down to the 38-yard line. A 15-yard gain to Chris Crane, the 14th year tight end out of Army. The much-traveled Christopher Crane on his 6th NFL team. First down, Eagles. Into Cleveland territory, down to the 38. Marcus Sparks on the tackle. Still on the opening drive of the ballgame. 6.5 minutes left in the first quarter. No score. Eagles come out. Powell under center. Powell to Elliott around the outside. And Robert Elliott down to the 36-yard line. Let's take a look at the Cleveland defense. They play a 4-3. Cash, Knight, and Bell and Malone up front. The linebackers, Randolph, Harris, and Hunter. And the secondary for the Browns, Dixon, Barnes, Williamson, and Gibson. I'm sorry, what? Six minutes and counting here in the first quarter. It'll be 2nd and 8 from the 36. 4 receivers set wide. Powell in the gun. Powell draws back. Powell looking, throws outside to Elliott. And Robert Elliott down to the 31-yard line. That'll be a gain of 5 yards, and that will bring up 3rd and 3. On the tackle, number 32, Antonio Gibson, the rookie out of Nebraska, the defensive back. So the Eagles face a 3rd down. 4 receivers set wide. Powell hands off to Elliott up the middle, and Robert Elliott looks like he's going to be a bit short. Gets 2 yards down to the 29-yard line. It'll bring up 4th and 1. So Dan Bailey will come out. This will be a 47-yard field goal attempt, a 46-yard field goal attempt to get the Eagles on the board first. From 46 yards. The snap, kick is up, and the kick is no good. He missed it off to the right. And so the Eagles come up empty on the opening drive, marching down the field and missing the field goal. And now Cleveland will take over. The Browns will have it at their own 36-yard line. Their opening possession of the game. And the Browns are led by their starting quarterback, Gary Montgomery, number 12, in his 9th year out of Texas. On 1st and 10 for the Browns from their own 36. Montgomery under center. Takes the snap. Hands off to Marion Tubbs. And Tubbs gets out to the 41-yard line. A gain of 5. The rookie running back out of Florida State. Marion Tubbs, their first-round draft pick. A gain of 4 yards. It'll be 2nd and 6 for the Brownies. Browns come out in the offset eye on 2nd and 6. Randall in motion. Montgomery throws inside to Battle. The fullback, Joshua Battle, battles his way out to the 47-yard line of Philadelphia. A 12-yard gain for the 5th-year fullback out of BYU, Joshua Battle. It's kind of a battering ram as he goes downfield. So Cleveland now in Philadelphia territory. The Eagles came up empty on their opening drive, a missed field goal. Now the Browns have it. This is their opening drive. 4 minutes and counting here in the first quarter, no score. On a sunny but cool afternoon, 45 degrees at kickoff. Montgomery, play action. Montgomery rolls out. Montgomery's going to take off. And Montgomery down to the 39. That'll be a gain of 9 yards. It'll bring up 2nd and 1. The 9th-year quarterback out of Texas, Gary Montgomery, on the scramble and the 9-yard gain. Believe it or not, the Browns were one of 6 teams coming into this week in the AFC that were tied for that final number 6 slot. The Colts won yesterday, so they're now at 6-6, and they have the slot to themselves. Montgomery throws underneath to Tubbs, and Tubbs down to the 34-yard line, a gain of 5 in a Cleveland first down. If the Browns win, they'll be 6-6. They'll be tied with Indianapolis for that 6th spot with 4 weeks to go. Four other teams vying. New England is one of those teams, but they lost yesterday. The Raiders and the Seahawks are a couple of teams vying for that spot as well. 1st and 10 from the 34-yard line. Tubbs gets down to the 35. A loss of a yard. Yep, they lost. Devontae Ross on the tackle, the 5th-year linebacker out of North Carolina State. A loss of a yard. It'll be 2nd and 11 for the Eagles, or for the Browns. Two and a half minutes left here in the first quarter, no score. Still the Browns' opening drive. The Eagles missed a field goal, and now the Browns to a 3-and-8 squad. That's right. On 2nd and 11, Montgomery throws underneath to Randall, incomplete. That was broken up by number 57, Rodney Lynch, the 5th-year linebacker out of Akron. It was intended for Terry Randall. Bless you there, Misty. Misty sneezing off to the side. On 3rd and 11, 4 receivers set wide. Montgomery in the gun. Montgomery back. Montgomery steps up, throws outside, incomplete. And that'll bring up 4th down. And now Cleveland, this would be a 52-yard field goal attempt if they want to try it. The Eagles missed one earlier from 46. Here we go. This is Scott Taylor, the rookie out of LSU, from 52 yards to get the Browns on the board first. The kick is up, and that's going to be no good. Well short. He didn't get all of it. So both teams have had it once, and both teams have missed field goals. We remain scoreless here in the first quarter. We're live from Lincoln Financial Field, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, Week 12 here at Jammin' Sports. We have the Redskins and the Falcons up next. Two teams going nowhere, but they're up next. We'll have a triple header for you tomorrow, starting at 1 o'clock Eastern time. And then tomorrow night at 7 Eastern, we will have game number 6 of the NLCS between the Cubs and the Mets. Cubs up 3-2. We'll be back at Shea Stadium for that one. 1st and 10, Philadelphia at their own 42. Powell to Elliott, and Robert Elliott across midfield to the Cleveland 47-yard line. 11-yard gain by Robert Elliott, the 10th year back out of Pittsburgh. First down, Eagles. Under 2 minutes left here in the first quarter. 1st and 10, Philadelphia from the Cleveland 47. 4 receivers set wide. Powell fakes the handoff, rolls out, throws, dumps it off to Barker. Barker down the sideline. Barker, a big gain all the way down to the 24. A 23-yard catch and run by Shane Barker, the 2nd-year tight end out of Hawaii. 23 yards and a Philadelphia first down. Carroll Harris, the linebacker, finally made the tackle for Cleveland. This game was supposed to be one of the late games, the late afternoon games, but it was flexed out with Cincinnati and Pittsburgh, the big AFC Central showdown. The Bengals-Pittsburgh is now a late afternoon game, and this one's been moved up. That Bengals-Steeler game is huge later this week. 1st and 10 from the 24. Powell back, throws underneath to Woolfolk, and Desmond Woolfolk out to the 16-yard line. The second-year receiver out of Chattanooga, a gain of 8. It'll be 2nd and 2. I did it. Not the system. I did it. I flexed it out of there because I am my own commissioner. I can do that. 3 receivers to the far side on 2nd and 2. Powell outside to Woolfolk, and he gets nailed for a 4-yard loss. Hanford Dixon came in and made the tackle, number 29, the 9th-year defensive back out of Florida. And not only were those 2 games swapped, the Sunday night game this week, the flex game, the Jets and the Bucks from Tampa Bay, that's going to be a huge game. I looked at the schedule and said that's huge. The Jets and Tampa Bay, 2 first-place teams, will be battling it out on Sunday night. That should be a dynamite game. I'm looking forward to that one. 3rd and 6 from the 20-yard line. Powell in the gun. Powell draws back. Looking, throws down the middle, caught by Woolfolk. And that's the end of the first quarter. No score between the Browns and the Eagles. Jammin' Sports. Welcome back to Lincoln Financial Field, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Week 12 here at Jammin' Sports, an exciting matchup, as Evil Dead said. Browns and the Eagles tied at 0 as we start the second quarter. But it'll be 1st and goal for Philadelphia at the Cleveland 9-yard line. Both teams had their chances in the first quarter but blew it, both missing field goals. And now Philadelphia down to the Cleveland 9. Powell hands off to Elliott, and Robert Elliott gets 2 yards down to the 7. Carroll Harris, the linebacker, on the tackle, number 71, in his 6th year out of Texas. It'll be 2nd and goal. Four receivers set wide. Powell in the gun. Powell hands off to Elliott up the middle, and Elliott down to the 5, a gain of 2 yards. It'll be 3rd and goal. Carroll Harris again on the tackle. Well, Misty and Gracie had big days today. Misty bought herself a new Instapot for the kitchen. Misty's easy to make happy. Just buy her kitchen stuff and she's happy. She loves to cook. 3rd and goal from the 5. Powell looks to the end zone, throws outside, incomplete. It'll be 4th and goal. Yep, it still has the wrapping paper on it and everything. She got it at the discount store and it was unwrapped. 4th and goal. Yep, you got that in the kitchen too? They're great. Bailey, this will be from 22 yards to put the Eagles on top first. The kick is up, and it's good. And the Eagles lead it 3-0. 6:57 left to play here in the second quarter. Live from Lincoln Financial Field, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Week 12 here at Jammin' Sports. Evil Dead says, make him a sandwich. She gave a thumbs up. And Gracie had a big day today. She bought herself a new iPad. She's been wanting one for a while. She's saved up for it.
She got birthday money.
And she got her birthday money. Yeah, she got some birthday money today, so she went out and got it. Late birthday money, but she got it none the same. There's the kickoff by Snyder. Fielded by Willis at the 7-yard line over the 25, and Willis out to the 34-yard line. Stephen Willis, the rookie out of Notre Dame, on the return for the Browns. The Browns have lost 2 in a row coming into this game. The Browns were 5-4 at one point, but then they lost to the Colts 14-13. And then they lost to the Bengals last week in Cincinnati in a heartbreaker. And this is also their 3rd straight road game. They'll be home next week. 1st and 10 from the 34-yard line. Montgomery in the shotgun. Montgomery hands off to Marion Tubbs up the middle. And Tubbs dragging Eagles with him out to the 46-yard line. A gain of 12 and a Cleveland first down. It's funny, I know over the years people have complained that the Browns uniforms are boring. I actually like them. I like how simple they are. 1st and 10 from the 46. Montgomery in the shotgun. Montgomery fakes the handoff. Rolls out. Throws deep downfield. And it's incomplete. Looking for Corey Spencer. But a flag is down. We'll sort this one out. Holding on the Browns. On Jason Pinkston, the right tackle. It'll back it up. It'll be 1st and 20. Well, the uniforms are iconic. I think that's why I like them. They're simple. The only team with no insignia on the helmet, which, if you think about it, is an insignia. If you think about it, a lack of insignia is an insignia. 1st and 20 from the 36. Montgomery to Tubbs around the outside. And Tubbs is going to lose 2 yards. Back to the 34-yard line. Bryson Burchett on the tackle in his 7th year out of Michigan State. It looks like a big dump. To each their own. I'm not saying they're my favorite uniform. They're just, I don't dislike them. Let's just put it that way. 2nd and 22 from the 34-yard line. Montgomery under center. Back to throw. Inside to Royal. And Royal can't hold on. Breaking up the pass, Ryan Ginsberg in his 4th year out of Central Washington. It'll be 3rd and 22. Misty wants to know who's playing. Philadelphia and Cleveland. The Eagles and the Browns. You think Cleveland's going to win? Evil Dead thinks Philadelphia's going to win. Montgomery in the shotgun on 3rd and 22. 3rd and forever. Montgomery throws to Tubbs underneath, and he's going to be well shy of the first down. A gain of 9. It'll be 4th and 13. Evil Dead says, get with the program, Misty. He picked the Eagles, and you're picking the Browns. I picked the Eagles, too. Larson back to punt. Gets the punt away. And that's going to go in the end zone, touchback. And Philadelphia will have it at the 20-yard line with 5:13 left to play here in the first half. In a very low-scoring game to this point. Eagles up 3-0. We'll have the Redskins and the Falcons up next. We'll be in Atlanta for that one. You think the Falcons are going to win? That's a pick'em game if there ever was one. They both suck. It'll be a game between the 2 worst records in the NFC up next. I know how to promote these games. 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line. It's the toilet bowl coming up. Powell to Crane, and Crane can't know it. They're going to call it a fumble, and Harris picks it up. They're ruling it a catch and a fumble by Crane. Carroll Harris made the stick, and then picks up the fumble himself. Let's watch this one again. I don't know about that one. Let's see it again. Did he make a football move? All right. 1, 2, 3. Well, okay. He took 3 steps. I know it was bang, bang, but he took 3 steps. And if you take that many steps, they're going to call it a catch every time. It was 3 quick steps, but he took 3 steps. It'll be Cleveland ball. Well, he took 3 steps after he caught it. Judgment call. The ref said a fumble. 5 receivers set wide. Montgomery in the shotgun on 1st and 10. Montgomery back. Throws to Royal. He holds on. No, incomplete. Broken up by Eli Hicks. Not Hicks, I'm sorry. Deion McCoy, number 31, I'm sorry. In his 3rd year out of Colorado. I'll get it right. Incomplete. 2nd and 10 for the Browns at the Philadelphia 28-yard line. On 2nd and 10, Montgomery to Tubbs. And Tubbs gets outside. Tubbs all the way down to the 14-yard line. A 14-yard run by Marion Tubbs, the rookie out of Florida State. So Cleveland, at the very least, trying to tie it up, but looking to take the lead if they get a touchdown. 4:45 and counting. Here in the first half. Eagles up 3-0. Browns come out. Montgomery in the shotgun. Montgomery to Tubbs. And Tubbs gets down to the 10-yard line. A gain of 3 to bring up 2nd and 7. Kenneth Armstrong, the 5th-year linebacker out of East Carolina, on the tackle. Armstrong, the former Dolphin. It is like watching a Patriots game. It's like watching paint dry. In the I formation, Montgomery to Stewart this time, and James Stewart gets a yard. The 13th-year running back out of UCLA. Ken Frazier on the tackle in his 14th year out of Cincinnati. It'll bring up 3rd and 6. Under 4 minutes left here in the first half. Eagles up 3-0. Montgomery in the shotgun on 3rd down. Montgomery pump fakes. Montgomery throws to Cole. And Nick Cole, the rookie out of Utah, down to the 5-yard line, a gain of 5. It'll bring up 4th and 1. The Eagles defense holds. Cleveland will come out and kick a field goal. This will be a 22-yard attempt by Scott Taylor, the rookie out of LSU. Snap, kick is up, and it's good. The Browns have tied it up. We're tied at 3 with 3:04 left to play. Here in the first half, live from Lincoln Financial Field, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, Week 12 here at Jammin' Sports. Redskins and Falcons up next, and then tomorrow we'll have a triple header starting at 1 o'clock Eastern. It'll be the Packers and the Vikings, followed by San Francisco and Kansas City. And then we'll have that monster game, Cincinnati and Pittsburgh. That's for first place in the AFC Central. Packers, Vikings, 49ers, Chiefs, and then Bengals, Steelers tomorrow, starting at 1 Eastern. There's the kick. Fielded by Harper in the end zone, will take a knee. It'll be a touchback, and the Eagles will have it at the 25-yard line. That is a monster game tomorrow, Bengals, Steelers. The Steelers won the first game back in week 4, I believe it was, 3 or 4, in Cincinnati. So if the Steelers are 1 game back, but if they win, they'll be tied, and they'll have the tiebreaker. They'll have swept the Bengals. 1st and 10, Philadelphia. Caden Powell hands off to Elliott, and Robert Elliott makes his way down to the 28-yard line. A gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7. Peyton Cash on the tackle in his 6th year out of Virginia Tech. Of course, the game I'm looking for the most this week is the Jets and Bucks. I think that's going to be the best game of the week. On 2nd and 7 from the 28. Powell under center. Powell to Elliott up the middle, and Elliott to the 29. A gain of a yard to bring up 3rd and 6. Marcus Sparks on the tackle, number 52. We're coming up on the 2-minute warning here in the first half. Should get to it right after this play. On 3rd and 6, Powell throws to Crane down to the 46-yard line. First down, Eagles. We've hit the 2-minute warning here at Jammin' Sports. Welcome back to Lincoln Financial Field, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Our Week 12 matchup, the Browns and the Eagles tied at 3. A very defensive first half. In a way, because both teams have been moving it between the 10s. They just can't punch it into the end zone once they get close. 4 receivers set wide on first down for the Eagles. Powell in the shotgun. Powell back to blitz. Throws outside to Elliott, and he gets tackled down at the 44 by Carroll Harris. A 2-yard loss to be 2nd and 12. Eagles in the hurry up. Powell in the gun. Powell fakes the handoff inside. Throws to Crane all the way down inside the 30. Down to the 26-yard line. A 30-yard gain to Christopher Crane. David Williamson made the tackle, the second-year free safety out of Georgia Tech. But it's a big 30-yard gain for Philadelphia and a first down. Christopher Crane, the journeyman tight end. He's played for the Browns, the Falcons, the Cowboys, the Steelers, and now the Eagles. 4 receivers set wide. Powell in the gun on 1st and 10. Powell back. Throws inside to Crane. And Crane down to the 20-yard line. A gain of 6. It'll bring up 2nd and 4. Hanford Dixon made the tackle, tried to punch the ball out. Very nearly succeeded. And now the Eagles take a timeout with 1:01 left here in the half. They have 2 timeouts left. It'll be 2nd and 4 from the Cleveland 20-yard line. Philadelphia in field goal range, trying to retake the lead before halftime. Both teams really need to win if they want to keep their playoff hopes alive in their respective conferences. If either one of them lose, they won't be eliminated, but it'll be very hard for them to catch the leaders with 4 weeks to go. Even Buffalo at 4-8 is not eliminated yet. They need a lot of help, though. Powell in the shotgun, hands off to Elliott, and Elliott gets 2 yards down to the 18-yard line, and Philadelphia takes a timeout. Just a 1-yard gain. It'll be 3rd and 3. 58 seconds left in the half. I believe there's only 2 teams that have been eliminated so far. Atlanta is one of them. I have to check the standings real quick to see who else has been eliminated. Let's take a look real quick. The Ravens, they've been eliminated. They're 2-9. Those are the only 2 that have been eliminated at the moment. 3rd and 3 from the 18-yard line. Powell drops back, throws outside to Elliott, and Robert Elliott's got the first down, a 5-yard gain down to the 13-yard line. First down, Eagles, 45 seconds and counting. They have one timeout left. Marcus Sparks on the tackle, the linebacker. Now the game coming up next between the Falcons and the Redskins. If the Redskins lose that game, they will be eliminated. "30 seconds left here in the half. First and 10 from the 13-yard line. Powell drops back, throws outside to Horn, and Joe Horn down to the 9. A gain of 4 yards to be 2nd and 6. Eagles in the hurry up. 15 seconds. They want one more shot at the end zone. Powell back, throws inside. It's nearly picked off. Antonio Gibson, the rookie out of Nebraska, nearly had himself a pick. 10 seconds left. Well, Philadelphia, they still have a timeout. With 10 seconds, they could take one more shot at the end zone. And they can actually throw underneath if they want to. They have a timeout. I'm sure they'll take one more shot. On 3rd and 6. They can't take too much time, though. Powell in the gun. Powell, inside handoff to Elliott. He only gains a yard down to the 8-yard line. And Philadelphia takes a timeout. It'll be 4th and 5. I don't know why they didn't pass. So they'll line up for a field goal. Dan Bailey will come out. This will be a 25-yard attempt to give Philadelphia the lead right before halftime. In a surprisingly low-scoring game because both these teams have pretty good offenses. Neither team particularly known lately for their defense. Bailey from 25. Snap, kick is up, and it's good. Eagles lead at 6-3, 2 seconds left. Time enough for a kickoff. If you missed the hockey game last night, you missed a great game. The Red Wings and the Avalanche. Colorado won 2-1. The Avalanche scored a goal with about 16 seconds left. I thought for sure we were going into overtime. They scored a goal with 16 seconds left to win it 2-1 over Detroit. It was a good game. Misty and I were the only ones watching. Nobody came in for that one. Bailey will kick off. Fielded by Royal at the 7-yard line over the 20, 25, 30. Royal gets outside, and he goes down. We go to halftime. Your halftime score, Philadelphia 6, Cleveland 3, here at Jammin' Sports. To Lincoln Financial Field, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Week 12, interconference matchup between the Browns and the Eagles. Both teams come in at 5-6. Philadelphia leads it by a score of 6-3 as we get ready to start the second half. It'll unstick itself. Give it a second. There we go. Both teams hanging on by a thread when it comes to the playoffs in their respective divisions. Cleveland will get the ball first here in the third quarter, down by 3. In our field goal fest, Chris Snyder will kick off for the Eagles. Fielded by Royal at the 7-yard line. And he rings it out to the 27. James Royal in his 8th year out of North Carolina. First down, Browns. Gary Montgomery will come out to lead the offense. I'm starting to get a ton of views on YouTube. I post these games afterwards onto YouTube after I edit out the beginning. Right now I'm getting more views on YouTube after the fact than on Twitch. First and 10 from the 27. Montgomery draws back, throws outside to Randall, and Randall down to the 35-yard line. There'll be a gain of 8 yards for Terry Randall, the 5th-year receiver out of Oregon. It'll be 2nd and 2 for the Browns. On the tackle, number 26, Corey Turner. It's just easier to do this live on Twitch. It records automatically, and then I just load them up to YouTube when I'm done. You would think. On 2nd and 2, Montgomery looking, throws down to Spencer. And Spencer gets out to the 49-yard line. A gain of 16 yards to the big tight end in his 5th year out of North Carolina, Corey Spencer. First down, Cleveland. The problem with Twitch, even though I love Twitch, don't get me wrong, Twitch has been good to me so far, is that a lot of young people are on Twitch. And the problem therein is that today, as compared to 20, 30 years ago, is that young people today have a lot shorter attention spans. And it's hard to ask someone today to sit through a 90-minute football or baseball game.
That's a whale.
On 1st and 10, Montgomery throws, and it's incomplete. No, it can only be done one way or the other. I can't. The PS5 cannot stream on 2 separate devices at once. That's okay. The people, I got a lot of subscribers on YouTube, so as soon as I upload it, they watch. They get notified and they watch. 2nd and 10 from the 49-yard line. Montgomery under center. Royal in motion. Montgomery draws back, throws underneath the Royal. Down to the 44-yard line, a gain of 5. It'll be 3rd and 5. James Royal, in his 8th year out of North Carolina, he spent 1 year with the Ravens, and then he was promptly traded to the Browns, where he's been there ever since. On 3rd and 5, 4 receivers set wide. Montgomery under center. Montgomery draws back, throws outside to Spencer, and Corey Spencer down to the 32. A gain of 12 yards and a Cleveland first down. A nice drive by Cleveland here to start the second half. All the way down to the Philadelphia 32-yard line. They can tie it up with a field goal and take the lead with a touchdown. Steve Warner on the tackle, number 42. In his 8th year out of Temple, the strong safety. 6 minutes left now in the third quarter. On 1st and 10 for the Eagle 32. Montgomery to Tubbs and Marion Tubbs down to the 28. A gain of 4 yards. It'll be 2nd and 7. Make it a gain of 3. Kenneth Armstrong on the tackle, the linebacker. And right now the baseball games are getting more views on YouTube than anything else. Twitch, it's still the football games. On 2nd and 7, Montgomery rolls out, throws, gets it out to Griffin, incomplete. He can't hold on. Broken up by Eli Hicks, the 6th-year defensive back out of Michigan. And that will bring up 3rd and 7 Terry Griffin, the rookie out of North Dakota, couldn't hold on. 5:21 left here in the third. It is baseball season, though. You're right. 4 receivers set wide. Montgomery in the gun. Montgomery throws. Is caught by Mueller all the way down to the 10-yard line. An 18-yard gain by Mike Mueller, the second-year tight end out of Michigan. 18 yards and a Browns first down. It'll be first and goal at the 10. Coming up on 5 minutes left here in the third quarter. First and goal from the 10. Montgomery drops back, throws underneath to Mueller, turns upfield, and he gets down to the 3. A gain of 7 for the Browns. It'll be second and goal from the 3-yard line. After our 2 football games tonight, we'll wrap up week number 11 with hockey. It'll be Pittsburgh at the LA Kings. That's the final game of week 11 for hockey. Hockey's winding down. They'll be in the hockey playoffs soon. Second and goal from the 3. Montgomery to Tubbs. And Tubbs gets a yard down to the 2. It'll be third and goal. It's been hard to run on this Eagle defense today. Kenneth Armstrong on the tackle for Philadelphia. Coming up on 4 minutes left in the third quarter. Third and goal from the 2-yard line. Four receivers set wide. On third down, Montgomery to Tubbs, and he gets hit in the backfield. Still on his feet. They blew the whistle. Forward progress. A loss of a yard. Loss of 2 yards. It'll be fourth and goal. Back at the 4-yard line. Devontae Ross on the tackle. That's kind of a quick whistle because he escaped the tackle. He could have kept running. It'll be fourth down. This will be a 21-yard field goal attempt to tie up the game. Taylor comes out. Scott Taylor. Kick is up. And it's good. The field goal fest continues. We're tied at 6 with 3:24 left to play here in the third quarter. Live from Lincoln Financial Field, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Week 12 here at Jammin' Sports. Not a touchdown to be had so far. Next week, Cleveland will host Buffalo. And next week, Philadelphia will play at the Redskins. That's who these teams play next week. The Browns will finally be back home after wrapping up a 3-game road trip. And now Larson will kick off for the Browns. Fielded by Harper about 4 yards deep. He takes a knee. Mark Harper, the second-year receiver out of California. It'll be a touchback, and Philadelphia will have it at the 25-yard line. After tonight's hockey game later, there'll just be 3 weeks left in the hockey regular season. So hockey is coming down to the wire. First and 10 from the 25-yard line. 3 receivers to the far side for Philadelphia. Powell fakes the handoff. He's got good protection. He's going to throw it deep downfield, and it's incomplete. He was looking for A.J. Whitney. He was double covered. Incomplete. It'll be second and 10. He was trying to break this game open. He went for the home run, didn't get it. I mean, he was well covered. It'll be second and 10 for the Eagles at the 25. Their own 25. Eagles come out, 4 receivers wide. Powell in the shotgun. Powell, inside handoff to Elliott. And Robert Elliott gets 2 yards down to the 27-yard line. Carroll Harris on the tackle. It'll be 3rd and 8. Big third down for Philadelphia. We're tied at 6. Under 3 minutes left here in the third quarter. Both teams with 2 field goals. That's it. Jimmy Jam with Evil Dead. Misty's here. Powell back. Powell throws down the near sideline. And it's nearly picked off. Incomplete. Antonio Gibson couldn't come down with it. It was intended for Desmond Woolfolk. Incomplete. Philadelphia goes 3 and out. They'll have to punt. In a tie ball game. Questionable play calling there on Philadelphia. 2 of those 3 plays, they threw it deep on a low percentage play. I don't know why they did that. 4th and 8. Snyder gets the punt away. And that's going to be fielded fair caught at the 30-yard line. James Royal with the fair catch. And the Browns will take over with 2:38 left here in the third. Tied at 6. Here in Philadelphia, Lincoln Financial Field, Week 12. Here at Jammin' Sports because they're dumb. They got the Patriots playbook. Cleveland, the defending AFC champion, struggling for their playoff lives at the moment. 4 receivers set wide. Montgomery under center. Montgomery to Tubbs, and Marion Tubbs gets a yard out to the 31-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 9. Devontae Ross on the tackle. In his 5th year out of North Carolina State. It'll be 2nd and 9 from the 31-yard line. 2:15 and counting here in the third. Montgomery in the shotgun. Back to throw. Montgomery, he's going to take off. He slides down the 38-yard line. That'll be a gain of 7. It'll bring up 3rd and 2. Under 2 minutes left here in the third quarter. In a tie ball game. Cleveland from their own 38 on 3rd and 2. They come out in the I formation. Montgomery fakes the handoff, rolls out, dumps it off to Tubbs, and Tubbs breaks the tackle and gets out to the 40-yard line. He shrugged off the hit by number 58, Jacoby Byrd. He laid a pretty good hit on him. He kept his balance and got the 2 yards for the first down. Devontae Ross finally comes up and puts him down. But that's enough for a first down. The rookie out of Florida State, Marion Tubbs. First and 10 from the 40. Montgomery under center. Montgomery fakes the handoff. No, he hands it to him. Tubbs. Faked me out. Tubbs gets 6 yards out to the 46-yard line. Steve Warner on the tackle, the strong safety. It'll be 2nd and 4. Under a minute left here in the third quarter. Here at Jammin' Sports on a Friday. We never get big crowds on a Friday. Montgomery to Tubbs. And Tubbs fumbles. And who comes up with it? The Eagles do. Marion Tubbs coughed it up. And Philadelphia recovered. Let's watch the replay. I can't really see who made the hit. Let's see here. Who comes in? Number 50. No, Devontae Ross made the hit. And number 24 recovered. That's Delino West, the rookie safety out of Alabama. It'll be first down Philadelphia going the other way. And Philadelphia will have it in Cleveland territory at the 47-yard line. 39 seconds left here in the third quarter. We're tied at 6. A big play by the Philadelphia defense. Evil Dead took the Eagles to win this game. We both thought it would be more high scoring than this. What was your over-under? I'm curious. Powell back. Throws downfield. Caught by Crane. Down to the 42. A gain of 5. It'll be 2nd and 5. I remember you took the Eagles by, I think, 3. I can't remember. You're at 42. I think we're safe with the under on this one. Eagles -5. Okay. Well, we need Philadelphia to score a touchdown here to cover the spread. Powell to Elliott up the middle. And Elliott down to the 30-yard line. A gain of 12 yards and a Philadelphia first down. And that, my friends, is the end of the third quarter. Tied at 6 here at Jammin' Sports. And welcome back to Lincoln Financial Field, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Week 12. The 5-6 Browns, the 5-6 Eagles. And we're tied at 6. As we start quarter number 4. No touchdowns in this game so far. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Eagles at the Cleveland 30-yard line as we start the fourth quarter. Powell under center. Powell hands off to Elliott. And Robert Elliott inside the 20 down to the 19-yard line. A gain of 11 yards. And a Philadelphia first down. The 10th year back out of Pittsburgh, Robert Elliott. I remember one year when I was in high school living in Miami, we had season tickets to the Dolphins, and they had a Monday night game against the Oilers. And the Oilers won the game 9-3. There was no touchdowns in that game either. Powell to Elliott. And Elliott's going to lose a yard back to the 20-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 11. Tell you what, Monday night games living in Miami growing up were tough. Because back then the Monday night games would start at 9 Eastern. By the time you got home, the game would be over after midnight. By the time you got home, it's like 2 in the morning. And you got to go to school the next day. Powell in the shotgun. Powell to Crane. And Crane down to the 14-yard line. A gain of 6 by the big tight end, closing in on 100 yards receiving. It'll be 3rd and 5 for the Eagles at the 14-yard line. 6:45 and counting. 4 receivers set wide. Powell in the gun. Powell draws back. Throws inside, incomplete. Broken up by Hanford Dixon, number 29. The 9th year defensive back out of Florida. And guess what? Another field goal. This will be a 31-yard attempt by Dan Bailey to give Philadelphia the lead once again in our field goal fest. Snap, kick is up, and it's good. Eagles lead at 9-6. Nothing but field goals today. 6:31 left to play here in the fourth quarter. Live from Lincoln Financial Field, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Week 12 here at Jammin' Sports. So Philadelphia's retaken the lead. They still haven't covered the spread yet. Maybe they'll get another field goal before the game's over. Chris Snyder will kick off for Philadelphia. It'll be returned by Willis in the back of the end zone, touchback. Stephen Willis. And the Browns will have it first and 10 from the 25 with 6:31 left to play here in the fourth quarter. The Browns down by 3, 9-6. Jimmy Jam with Evil Dead. Misty's in the room. Say hi, Misty. There you go. She's eating a donut. First and 10 from the 25-yard line. 4 receivers wide for the Browns. Montgomery in the shotgun. Montgomery draws back. Throws downfield. It's nearly picked off. Incomplete. Delano West, the rookie out of Alabama, nearly picks it off. Incomplete. It'll be second and 10 for the Browns at their own 25. Gracie's in the house. Say hi, Gracie.
Hi.
She brought me a Coke. How's your iPad?
Good.
You like it?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Second and 10 for the 25. Montgomery in the shotgun. Hands off to Tubbs up the middle. And Marion Tubbs down to the 29. Again, 4 yards will bring up 3rd and 6. Kenneth Armstrong on the tackle, the linebacker. Once again for Philadelphia. It'll be 3rd and 6. Browns come out. 4 receivers set wide on 3rd down. Montgomery back. Montgomery gets sacked. Back at the 23-yard line. That's going to be a loss of 6 yards on the sack. Lawrence Moon, the 4th-year defensive end out of Navy, on the tackle. It's 4th down. Let's see if the Browns go for it. Down by 3, 5:40 left. They're going to punt. Kyle Larson back to punt on 4th and 12. Larson gets the punt away. Fair caught at the 32-yard line. Making the fair catch, Matthew Caldwell, number 85. And now Philadelphia up by 3, 9-6 with 5:29 left. If Philadelphia gets into the field goal, they can cover the spread. I'm sorry, what? Oh, okay. So the Eagles will take over at their own 32-yard line. Caden Powell, the quarterback. Powell hands off to Elliott. And Elliott out to the 35, a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7. Peyton Cash on the tackle, number 96. For the Browns, as the clock continues to move, 5:10 and counting. 2nd and 7 for Philadelphia at their own 35. Powell in the gun. Powell to Elliott, and Robert Elliott breaks the tackle and gets out to the 43. That should be enough. It is. First down. An 8-yard gain for Robert Elliott. First down, Philadelphia. 4:44 and counting. Here in the fourth quarter, Eagles up by 3, 9-6. Nothing but field goals here today. Every now and then you get a game like this. First and 10 from the 43. Powell hands off to Elliott again. And Robert Elliott out to the... Well, he gets... Oh, he's still on his feet. No flag. Or no flag. No whistle was blown. He ends up getting 7 yards. It'll be 2nd and 3. The Browns all thought he was down. They stopped his forward progress. I think he fell on his own. Let me watch that replay again. The flag wasn't blown. So he kept going for a 7-yard gain. 2nd and 3 at the 50-yard line. We're coming up on 4 minutes left. 5 receivers wide, empty backfield for Powell. Powell back, throws underneath to Crane. And the big tight end, Christopher Crane, 8 yards to the 42-yard line. First down, Philadelphia. And now the Eagles can eat more time. They have a 3-point lead. A loss here will really hurt the Browns' playoff chances with 4 games to go. First and 10, Philadelphia at the Cleveland 42. Powell back. Powell looks downfield, throws outside to Whitney, and A.J. Whitney makes his way down to the 32-yard line. A gain of 9. It'll be 2nd and inches. A.J. Whitney, the wide receiver, in his 5th year out of Nebraska. Clock continues to move, coming up on 3 minutes left. Philadelphia up 9-6. It'll be 2nd and inches at the Cleveland 32-yard line. Powell hands off to Elliott. He's got the first down. A 2-yard gain to the 30-yard line. A fresh set of downs for Philadelphia. They can eat up more time. Hanford Dixon came up and made the tackle for the Browns. First and 10 from the 30-yard line. 2:25 and counting. Well, now we're coming up on the 2-minute warning. Will they get the playoff in time? They do. Powell to Andrews. And Andrews gets down to about the 28. The 2-minute warning. Eagles up 9-6 here at Jammin' Sports. And welcome back to Lincoln Financial Field, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Week 12 here at Jammin' Sports. All field goals today. Philadelphia leads at 9-6. And now Cleveland's going to have to start using timeouts. Philadelphia is in field goal range. On 2nd and 8. Powell hands off to Elliott. And Robert Elliott down to the 26. A gain of 3 yards. It'll be 3rd and 5. The Browns take a timeout. They have 2 left. 1:52 left in the game. The Redskins and the Falcons are up next. Down in Atlanta. It'll be 3rd and 5 for the Eagles at the Cleveland 26. Powell in the shotgun. Powell draws back, sets up a screen pass to Elliott, and he's going to be nailed for a loss of yardage as he had to come back for the ball. A loss of 10 yards. He would have been better off dropping that. And now that puts Philadelphia at the cusp of field goal range. Dan Bailey will come on. This will be a 52-yarder on 4th and 15. It'd put Philadelphia up by 6 if he can get it. 1:47 left. Cleveland took a timeout. They have 1 left. Now, if they miss this, Cleveland has an opportunity to tie it up or even take the lead. Bailey from 52 yards. The snap, kick is up. That one has a chance, and he missed it. It was long enough, but it was off to the left. It remains a 9-6 ball game. Cleveland still has 1 timeout. That was definitely long enough, but he missed it to the left. Now the Browns have a short field, and all they need is a field goal to tie this one up and force overtime. Of course, a touchdown would give them the lead. Something that we haven't seen yet today, a touchdown. Still plenty of time as well. Minute 43 with one timeout. And the Browns really only need about 25 to 30 yards for a field goal shot. Three receivers to the near side. Montgomery in the shotgun on 1st and 10. Montgomery back. Looks downfield, steps up, throws. He's got Spencer, and he rolls out of bounds at the 40-yard line. An 18-yard gain to the tight end, Corey Spencer. First down, Cleveland. They're not quite in field goal range yet. They need about 10 more yards for a decent shot. Browns at the Philadelphia 40-yard line. A minute 38 left. Four receivers set wide. Montgomery in the shotgun. Montgomery looking, steps up, throws, and he's got a man, Cole, down to the 16-yard line. A 24-yard gain to Nick Cole, the rookie receiver out of Utah. And that'll stop the clock with a minute 32 left. He got out of bounds. Cleveland now in field goal range, but they're thinking touchdown. They want to take the lead. It's been a strange game. 5 field goals total. That's all we have. 1st and 10 for the 16-yard line. 4 receivers set wide. Montgomery in the gun. Montgomery pump fakes. Steps up. Montgomery's going to take off, and he gets down to the 15. Just a 1-yard gain. Browns in the hurry up. Eli Hicks on the tackle. It'll be 2nd and 9 for the 15-yard line. Montgomery back. Montgomery throws outside to Royal, and he gets down to the 14. Just a 1-yard gain. Devontae Ross on the tackle. It'll be 3rd and 9. A minute 7 left. Montgomery in the shotgun on 3rd down. Montgomery back. Montgomery in trouble, and he gets sacked and fumbled. And a lineman fell on it. It'll be 4th down. And the Browns will have to kick a field goal. Well, they can tie it up with a field goal. Unreal. The Browns dodged a bullet. Pinkston fell on it. It'll be 4th down for the Browns. The clock is running. It'll be 4th and 15. This will be a 38-yard field goal attempt by Scott Taylor. And now Philadelphia wants to ice him. From 38 yards, if you can't make a 38-yard field goal, something's wrong. So Philadelphia wastes a timeout by trying to ice the kicker with 26 seconds left. Redskins and the Falcons up next. Hopefully we'll get a touchdown in that game. We can't say it hasn't been a close game. Nobody's held more than a 3-point lead all game. On 4th down, Scott Taylor from 38 yards to tie the game up. The kick is up. Looks good. Is good. We're tied at 9 with 22 seconds left. This one's looking more and more like overtime. We're live from Lincoln Financial Field, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Week 12 here at Jammin' Sports. Browns and the Eagles, both 5 and 6. And we're tied at 9 with 22 seconds left in regulation. If you're a fan of field goals, this has been your game. Kyle Larson will kick off for the Browns with 22 seconds left. There's the kickoff. Fielded by Caldwell at the 7-yard line over the 20, 25, 30. And Matthew Caldwell out to the 32-yard line. Philadelphia still has 2 timeouts. 19 seconds. All they need is a field goal if they can just get to field goal range. And they only need about 30 yards to get to field goal range. Yeah, more than that. Let me take that back. They need about 40 yards. But they have 2 timeouts. They can still get to field goal range. Caden Powell, the quarterback, will bring the Eagles offense out. 4 receivers set wide. Powell in the gun. Powell back. Looking. Needs to get rid of it. He's going to throw it deep. And it's incomplete. 10 seconds left. The receiver was double covered downfield. It'll be 2nd and 10 to 32. This one looking more and more like overtime. You got to give both defenses credit. Neither one has given up a touchdown. 5 receivers set wide. Empty backfield for Powell on 2nd and 10. Just 10 seconds left in regulation. Powell back. He got hit as he threw. Incomplete. A wounded duck downfield. He got hit. That affected the pass. 6 seconds left. It'll be 3rd and 10. Where's Davis? He loves overtime. This would be his kind of game. All right. 3 receivers to the far side. Powell on 3rd and 10. Throws into a crowd. Bounces around. Incomplete. 1 second left. It'll be 4th down. That would have been funny if an Eagle came down with it. Licking piss somewhere. Oh my goodness. One second left in regulation. 4th and 10. Philadelphia, they'll hang it up there and hope a miracle happens. If not, we go to overtime. Howell back, throws downfield into a crowd, and it's intercepted by Ross. And we head to overtime. We're live from Lincoln Financial Field, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Week 12 here at Jammin' Sports. The Browns and the Eagles tied at 9. We're headed to overtime. Let's see who gets the ball first. The coin toss. The Browns have won the toss. Now, we don't have ties here at Jammin' Sports. The way this game's going, we could be here forever. Now, the Browns, they have the ball first. If they score a touchdown on this opening drive, then they win the game. Anything else other than that, then the Eagles will have a possession. The way this game is going, though, I think a field goal is going to win it. Snyder will kick off for Philadelphia. Fielded by Royal at the 8-yard line over the 20, 25. And Royal brings it out to the 30-yard line. As we start the overtime. Browns will have it at their own 30. We're tied at 9. It'd be funny if somebody won the game in overtime with a touchdown. You would take overtime to score a touchdown. 1st and 10 for the Browns from their own 30-yard line as we start the first overtime. Montgomery under center. Montgomery hands off to Tubbs, and Marion Tubbs out to the 35-yard line. Injury timeout as Tubbs got shaken up. It'll bring up 2nd and 5. We will have the Redskins and the Falcons for you as soon as this game is over. And then we'll have hockey for you tonight. The Penguins and the Kings from Los Angeles as we wrap up Week 11 in hockey. .7:52 left here in the first overtime. We're tied at 9. Second and 5 for the Browns. They come out in the I formation. Montgomery hands off to Stewart, and James Stewart gets 2 yards down to the 37. Make it 3. It'll be 3rd and 2. Devontae Ross making the tackle, the linebacker for the Eagles. 7:35 in counting. It'll bring up 3rd and 2. Big third down right here. Montgomery under center. Montgomery hands off to Stewart, and Stewart's got the first down. A gain of 7 out to the 44-yard line. The 13th year back out of UCLA, James Stewart. First down Browns here in the first overtime. We're tied at 9. Coming up on 7 minutes left in the first overtime. 1st and 10, Cleveland at their own 44. 4 receivers spread wide. Montgomery fakes the handoff inside and he gets sacked. Ken Frazier on the sack. A loss of 7 yards back to the 37-yard line. It'll bring up 2nd and 17. Ken Frazier, the 14th year veteran, defensive end out of the University of Cincinnati. 2nd and 17 for the Browns back at their own 37-yard line. Opening drive of overtime. On 2nd down, Montgomery drops back. Montgomery throws, incomplete. And that will bring up 3rd and 17. Jimmy Jam with Evil Dead, here with you live from Philadelphia. Well, the game's in Philadelphia. I'm in Nashville. He's in New York. 3rd and 17 from the 37. Montgomery in the gun. Montgomery back. Montgomery scrambling, throws outside to Stewart. He can't hold on, incomplete. Broken up by Delino West. It'll be 4th down. The Browns will have to punt. Oh, he simply dropped that. Stewart simply dropped the pass. And now Kyle Larson back to punt, the 15th year punter out of Nebraska. Larson's been around a while. The kick is away. And that's going to go into the end zone, touchback. Philadelphia will have it at the 20-yard line. We're now in sudden death. Philadelphia has the ball. The next team to score wins. It doesn't matter who or how. We're now in sudden death. With 6:11 left here in the first overtime. We're tied at 9. I didn't think Cleveland was going to score a touchdown. Nobody's scored a touchdown all day. This game's going to be won on a field goal. You watch. On 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line, Caden Powell, 3-step drop throws to Barker. And Shane Barker gets out to the 30, but they're going to get Cleveland with a face mask. On Hanford Dixon.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
That's on Dixon. And that will move the ball out to the 45-yard line.
Automatic first down.
Great field position now for the Eagles. With 6:08 left in the first overtime, we're tied at 9. We're now in sudden death. Eagles can win it on this drive with a field goal. On 1st and 10. In the I formation. Powell fakes the handoff, throws to the near side, caught by Weston, and he gets out to the 50-yard line, a gain of 5. Hanford Dixon on the tackle. Gets it out to the fullback, Leon Weston. Weston in his 4th year out of Cincinnati. 14th year, out of Cincinnati. A gain of 5 to be 2nd and 5. Philadelphia getting the fullback involved. From midfield, 4 receivers wide for Philadelphia. Powell in the gun. Powell hands off to Elliott. And Robert Elliott, 2 yards to the 48. It'll bring up 3rd and 3. Ralph Malone on the tackle, number 63, in his 8th year out of Pittsburgh. We're still tied at 9. So we're coming up on 5 minutes left in the first overtime. 3rd and 3 for the Eagles from the Cleveland 48. Powell in the shotgun. Elliott goes out as a receiver. Powell back. Throws underneath to Crane. And it looks like Crane's got the first down. He does. A 3-yard gain to the 45-yard line. The 14th year tight end out of Army. That means he's got to be either 39 or 40 years old. Crane, probably 40. First and 10, Philadelphia from the Cleveland 45. Eagles getting closer and closer to field goal range. Powell to Elliott around the outside, and Elliott turns back inside, gets the first down to the 36. Actually, he comes up a yard short, a gain of 9. It'll be 2nd and 1. Antonio Gibson on the tackle, the rookie out of Nebraska. We're in overtime. Eagles and Browns tied at 9. It'll be 2nd and 1 from the 36. 4 receivers set wide. Powell in the gun. Powell looking, throws, gets it out to Crane, all the way down to the 22. A gain of 13 yards and a Philadelphia first down. Now, if I'm the coach, I'm kicking the field goal now. I want to end this game. It'd be a 39-yard field goal. We're tied at 9 in overtime. But Philadelphia now has it at the Cleveland 22-yard line. They can win it with a field goal. They're not kicking one yet. I would be. On 1st and 10, Powell to Elliott up the middle, and Elliott gets a little closer, all the way down to the 14-yard line. A gain of 8. It'll bring up 2nd and 2. Now it's a 31-yard field goal. Kick the field goal. Don't tempt fate. End the game. We're in sudden death. The field goal wins it for you. And they're still not kicking it yet. 31 yards. That's a gimme. On 2nd and 2 from the 14. Powell to Andrews this time. Andrews inside the 5, down to the 3-yard line. Marcus Andrews, the 4th year back out of Pittsburgh, 11 yards. First and goal from the 3. It's now a 20-yard field goal. Kick the field goal. You don't want to risk a fumble or an interception. Just kick the field goal. Or they're being stubborn. They want the touchdown. Powell in the shotgun, 1st and goal from the 3-yard line. Powell back, looks to the end zone, looking. He's got all sorts of time, just a 3-man rush. It's going to break down. Boy, he's got all day. Throws outside, incomplete. That's why you kick the field goal. That was nearly picked off. It'll be 2nd and goal from the 3. 2:16 left to play here in the first overtime. We're tied at 9. Just kick the 20-yard field goal and be done with it. Unbelievable. 4 receivers set wide. Powell in the gun. Powell looks to the end zone, throws, and it's knocked down. My goodness. Alvin Hunter, the 5th-year linebacker out of UTEP, knocks it down. This is great, Evil Dead says. This is why you just kick the field goal. It'll be 3rd and goal from the 3-yard line. It's a chip shot, and they're still not going for it. 3rd and goal. They want the touchdown. Nobody has scored a touchdown all day. They want a touchdown. In the I formation, on 3rd and goal, they hand off to Elliott, and he does not get there. A loss of 2 yards, back to the 5-yard line. Now they have to go for the field goal. It's 4th down. This will be a 22-yard attempt to end the game. It's a chip shot. It's closer than an extra point. Well, actually, no, not quite. Extra point would be 2 yards closer. Here we go. For the win. And, of course, Cleveland takes a timeout. Dan Bailey will come out. This will be a 22-yard attempt. It is actually 10 yards closer than an extra point. A minute 51 left in the first overtime. Watch this kick be blocked. That'd be something else. Redskins and Falcons coming up next whenever this game ends. Hopefully it ends on this side of midnight. Here we go for the win. Dan Bailey from 22 yards. Snap, kick is up. Looks good. Is good. Philadelphia wins in overtime. Your final score, the Eagles 12, the Browns 9. Thanks for watching here at Jammin' Sports. Redskins and Falcons up next. We'll see you then.